The United States identifies 2 Trinidadian nationals as financiers of terrorist group ISIS. And in sport, Grenada's Prime Minister wants an account of monies spent on the Grenada Invitational Track and Field Meet. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Thursday, September 20. I'll be back with the details after the break.
It's a sport where you can create a lot of wealth. Tennis and golf is different from just about any other sport. You can say whatever you want to say about the NBA. You can say whatever you want to say about the WNBA, any of those sports. But tennis is truly a global sport. When you see a Serena Williams attending the royal wedding and on the cover of these magazines as an American, it tells you what this sport is. It is the elite of sport. It is the establishment of sports.
Take you, we've never gone somewhere that you can feel for us. Oh, let me be the over, you're under, you never have to wonder. You can always play by ear, and that's the deal, my dear.
The United States has named 2 Trinidad and Tobago nationals as financiers of the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria ISIS. The U.S. Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, named Imran Ali and Eddie Aliong as those assisting in financing the operations of the terrorist group. It said in the case of Ali, the Syria-based dual U.S. and Trinidadian national was designated for acting for on behalf of ISIS. He has allegedly been involved in money transfers from Trinidad and Tobago to Syria in support of ISIS, and as of January last year, he would receive and provide funds to Trinidadian ISIS fighters. The OFAC said for several years, a number of citizens of Trinidad and Tobago in Syria received money transfers through Ali. Aliong, meantime, was designated for assisting in sponsoring or providing financial, material, or technological support for or financial or other services to or in support of ISIS. OFAC said he facilitated money transfers to ISIS members in ISIS-controlled territory, and up to January last year, a Trinidadian ISIS supporter possibly planned to work with him to transfer funds to Ali, who would then provide the funds to Trinidadian ISIS fighters in Syria. Staying in the Twin Islands Republic, the Oilfield Workers Trade Union, OWTU, says it has attracted an international investor interested in entering a joint venture to lease the refinery of the state-owned oil company Petrotrin, which is scheduled to cease operations later this year. The union yesterday presented its proposal to the Petrotrin board in a last-ditch attempt to avoid the closure, which would result in the loss of thousands of jobs.
We have concrete proposals. We are with concrete business interests, investors, and so on. Call it what you may.
The union's belief that the refinery can be saved, in turn saving the jobs of all those at Petrotrin, remains very much alive. After making a presentation of their proposal to the Petrotrin board at Hyatt in Port of Spain Wednesday morning, OWTU President General Ansel Roger said it was well received and the 2 bodies are due to meet again next week, Thursday. He said in the meantime, the union will be moving forward with discussions with parties interested in partnering to lease the refinery. In fact, he claimed an official declaration of interest from one party has already been received.
We are saying our proposal has been couched in that context to allow for a lease arrangement while the people of the country still owns the asset, but at the same time, we are removing from them any headache or heartache or pain or suffering or crocodile tears that they will cry about their inability to operate these assets.
And that report from Joshua Simangal of TV6 News. Grenada's Governor General Dame Cecile La Grenade has issued the writ that will provide for the Parliamentary Elections Office to conduct a November 6th referendum on whether the island should replace the London-based Privy Council with the Caribbean Court of Justice (CCJ) as its final court. The writ was issued on Tuesday, 4 days after the Senate approved the CCJ bill that had already received approval from the House of Representatives. Supervisor of Elections Alex Phillips said that as a result of the issuing of the writ, the final day for voter registration will be September 28th. As of September 14, the total number of registered voters stood at 78,889. The November 6th poll will be the second opportunity that Grenadians will have to vote on the Trinidad-based CCJ replacing the Privy Council. A previous attempt in November 2016 failed to get the required support. Grenadians will vote on the same day as citizens of Antigua and Barbuda on the issue. In both countries, a two-thirds majority is needed for the CCJ to move to become a reality. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell is calling on the local organizing committee of the Grenada Invitational to account for how monies were spent on the event that took place earlier this year. His call comes in the wake of the resignation of the Meets founder Michael Bascom following revelations that the company had failed to meet its financial obligations to some service providers and athletes. Dr. Mitchell says the matter could potentially hurt the country's international image.
It certainly come to me, and I'm the Minister of Finance. I've heard rumors, but I certainly have not. It has not been. As I said, government supported the activity based on what we thought was good, and we believe it went well for the country. And the government insisted that the monies must be accounted for. And so far, we have not got an account for what we have given and supported. Statutory bodies invested monies. So that's what we want to include, just like we call on other government departments to account for resources spent. Everyone has to account. I have to account. The Governor General has to account. Everyone must.
Over the cricket now, a tropical wave dumped persistent rain across Barbados yesterday, ravishing the second one-day international between West Indies and South Africa and forcing a no result in the contest at the Kensington Oval, sent in following a delayed start, and with the match reduced to 38 overs per side, South Africa piled up a tricky total of 177 for 8, with captain Dane van Niekerk top scoring with 52. Chloe Tyrone chipped in with a busy 37. Lizelle Lee got 22, while Soon Loose scored 20 as the tourists recovered from a shaky start to get up to the competitive total. Seamer Deandra Dutton was the best West Indies bowler to claim 3 for 29 to claim Player of the Match honours. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.